Hey, welcome back to another Ed and Eddie Silver and
Let's
Blue.
go! Hey everybody, sorry for that pre-message hype here. I'm just really amped, man. We had an awesome victory against the Philadelphia
That's
Eagles.
what's up. Anytime you beat the Eagles, it's a great thing.
And you know what? Hats off to Ed here because he called it. He said there was going to be a big-time statement victory, and damned if it was.
You know what? I don't think that we need to dwell on childish I told you so's or anything like that. I think Dallas shows out this game. I think this is going to be one of those, not quite blowout, but a big win. It's their first home game. I just think it's all going to roll for them this week. The close games have been grinding on them, and they're ready to explode.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, you called it, and I'm happy. I will never be mad at calling a big-time victory against the Eagles.
Hey.
So hitting you up here with the good, bad, and ugly, and you know what? You better get your popcorn ready, everybody, because we got a lot of good.
Oh, yeah.
Start us off, Ed. What do you think about good?
How about the safety play right off the bat? Man, we got like a trio of safeties that you just come in and rotate, and they're just running stuff back there.
Mm-hmm. And it's weird to think that we picked up relatively what would be considered some guys off the streets.
Late.
But damned if they aren't playing awesome. We probably, at least the way they're playing, have one of the better safety tandems in the league right now.
Oh, yeah. And really, our tandem is a trio.
Yeah.
You know, it makes the cornerbacks play with such confidence knowing that those guys are back there ball hawking.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, nothing but good things to say about our safeties. I'll keep it going. My favorite and yours, everybody, Micah Parsons.
Again.
Because he had a lot of great stats in that game, such as like the most pressures. I think it was 5. Yeah, looking at it here, 5 pressures, the quickest pass rush get off, a lot of hustle stops.
Man.
And we just saw it the way he was flying up and down the field, chasing him down. Like, especially with a guy like Schultz and others, like he's going to be a weapon in our defense for years to come.
He has been every game so far. Teams have no answer for him. He's been an absolute revelation. God bless Will McClay and his staff because they made the right pick.
And to think, we got him with an additional third. You know what I mean? Like,
right? I got another one for you. Jalen and LVE. Yeah, Micah was great, but they were pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Give Jalen his due because he played a pretty solid game. And you could mix that a little bit with the D-line as well. But no, Jalen and LVE played awesome.
Yep.
Another one I thought was pretty good was tight end, Dalton Schultz.
Ooh, yeah.
Dude, at the very beginning of the game when he dropped that 25-yard catch, I was texting him like, oh, he's going in the bag.
No, see, I disagree with you on this one. Dude got smashed right when the ball arrived.
Yeah.
I can't blame him for that one. I can't.
You're a professional starting tight end. But you know what? I ate my words because he balled out, man, with great wiggle, clutch catches.
Yes.
He was lighting up that Eagles defense. And, you know, again, I still personally don't see a huge difference between the two of him and Jarwin, but dude is out playing Jarwin, and hey, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, it looks like he's earned that number 1 spot, and he's holding on to it. We're lucky to have him and Jarwin. Great tight end duo.
An embarrassment of riches, right?
Big time. Speaking of great duos, how about the running backs?
Oh, yeah.
Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah, they both played great, man. And you know what? It sounds almost weird saying it considering the pedigree of Ezekiel Elliott, but this was the first game I thought he actually outplayed Pollard. I thought just this hard-nosed running, his 2 rushing touchdowns, I thought he was great.
Yeah, Zeke and Pollard were both great. Kind of like Parsons, though. Teams have no answer. Yeah, and maybe Philly's just a shitty defense. I don't know. But they seem to shut down San Francisco quite a bit.
Yeah, this balanced attack, I think, is when we're at our best. And when Zeke and Pollard are eating like that, Dak begins to eat, and the whole team just feasts, man.
Yep.
I think we probably can do one more solid on the good.
Yeah.
Our defensive line.
Oh, God, yeah. Osa.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, man. This draft is looking better and better as the weeks go on.
Yeah, and if Micah wasn't looking like such a stud, I would have said Osa might have been the pick of the draft. Dude is balling out for a 3rd-round pick. He reminds me, I was telling Ed, like a better Tyrone Crawford. Kind of a weird tweener defensive end, defensive tackle, but guy is a stud.
Right. Yeah, Brent Urban didn't look bad at all.
No.
He contributed very well.
Randy Gregory, Basham was getting in there
Randy
too.
Gregory, he didn't have the numbers to show it, but he was getting in there constantly and causing Hurts to take off and run. I thought he was phenomenal.
And it seemed too, like exactly like he said, even though the numbers didn't show, it seemed like every other play we were just getting a holding penalty or he was backpedaling for his life. And
We should have got another 3 or 4 holding penalties that game. Kind of like the week before. For some reason, well, we know the reason, but yeah, Cowboys don't get the calls they should.
yeah, but you know what? Hey, our team made up for it this week, and we had a lot of good. Nothing but great things to say about it. One more good before we move on to the bad. The majority of our offensive linemen, I would say Tyron Smith and Zach Martin like always showed out, but give the young man his due. Terrence Steele played another really good
fantastic
game, dude.
Yeah, he has stepped up big time. A few more weeks, we'll get Collins back. Terrence Steele's done a fantastic job, though.
Dude has solidified that bookend backup tackle spot.
I saw
He's looking good.
some grades for them, and Tyron Smith was through the roof. Zach Martin was, of course, through the roof. You know who else graded pretty well?
Who?
Connor Williams. I swear to God.
Well, let's get to the bad in a little bit. Ed,
It's time to get to the bad.
who'd you get for the bad?
I'm going to start out with the time management by Coach McCarthy.
Okay, yeah, I have no answer for that either.
It's 3rd and 21. Just call a timeout. If you can't stop them on 3rd and 21, yeah, that had to be his concern is, well, what if they make the first down? They'll have extra time to score.
We had the chance to stop them, and ultimately, if we would have called some well-used timeouts, we would have gotten Dak the ball back with around 50-ish seconds and a timeout.
Right.
Perfect. Awesome. Dak can work with that. That's an easy 3. But, yeah, he just let the clock go, and I have no answer for it.
When they asked him about it, he said, yeah, that was a decision we made. No, that was a bad decision you made.
Bad decision.
There's absolutely no excuse for it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
dude.
can't give you the benefit of the doubt. And Lord knows, you've been watching our videos. I am the most give them the benefit of the doubt kind of guy there is practically in Cowboy fandom, but not on that one.
And what stopped him from being a good or an ugly was McCarthy actually called a pretty solid game for other parts. I like that he was gutsy for a few others. But,
I like those.
But McCarthy, you've been coaching for well over 10 years. Like, you have to know better, and you have to know, like, to be able to manage the time better. We can get away with that against a bad Eagles team when we're playing hot, but we can't beat those Super Bowl contending teams with bad management like that.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Inexcusable, dude.
Yep.
So the other one that was bad, and this was kind of not really within our control, was that botched TD call on the Dak QB sneak. And
What in the world was that? Everybody in the world saw it, and I understand the camera wasn't directly over the line. Fair enough. But if you have 2 eyes, you can tell the ball was.
And, you know, it kind of just falls into that weird eye test thing. If a fan sitting at home can clear as day see that the ball is over the plane, how is it that some local fan sitting at home with a cold one can see that it's a touchdown?
And the guys in New York or whatever, the replay, just for some reason aren't willing.
That's stupid.
I
just
horrible.
think it's absolutely ridiculous. Because what's the point of all this, you know, instant replay, mega high def cam, people in New York if you can't even get a basic call right?
Yep.
Stupid.
Horrible.
Now, speaking of horrible, let's go to the ugly. Ed, get it started.
Tyler Biaz,
No.
the center.
Yeah.
The center.
That guy.
Oh my goodness, he looked like an 8th grader out there playing against varsity.
Give him his due. I always saw Hargrave coming from Pittsburgh as an above average at best defensive tackle. Guy looked like an all-pro lining up against Botched. And mother of God, if they didn't start scheming to the point where it's like, why even cover Zach Martin? Let's just put our defensive tackle.
Every time.
Let's just put it on the center and put it over old Connor, and we'll probably get the same pressure we would have gotten before anyways. And it worked.
Yeah.
That strip sack was all on Botched. If we didn't have better scheming or a quarterback like Dak who knew how to get rid of it, he would have had at least 3 more forced fumbles.
Oh yeah, it was just awful. It reminds me of the Atlanta game 3 years ago or whatever it was. But now this is a mature Dak. He saw what was happening. He schemed for it. He audibled for it and handled his business.
Dude, I'm getting PTSD after you said that Atlanta game with Adrian Claiborne. I still haven't gotten over that.
Oh,
You know, you and I were kind of debating about this one too. Connor Williams, I thought was ugly, man. Oh my God.
He had 3 holding penalties, and one really wasn't, though. I think that was a bad call. But the others were.
And he was getting work, too. Not quite to the same extent as Botched, but...
And I don't think we were debating. I'm just saying his rating for whatever showed him as doing a pretty good job. The way he got pushed back constantly, though, makes me wonder about those ratings.
Connor is kind of just, rounding out to being an average guard. Like, really. He plays decent enough against other average defensive tackles, but
if you get
anybody of any solid skill, he gets blown up.
But sometimes I think when I see the center and Connor Williams get work like that, sometimes a guy just gets beat. Does he deserve to be in the bad category just because they're overmatched?
You know what? It's fair to say, but I'm a bit of a hard ass myself, and honestly, I put Anthony Brown in the ugly a lot of times simply because
that's true.
Beat. And he's a 6-year pro. It's like after a while, if you're just gonna keep getting beat, you're gonna keep being in the ugly category.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Mm-hmm. Let's move on to great.
Yeah. Hey, for great, who's your first? Oh wait, no, I'll go first.
It's too easy. I'll let you go first.
All right, for my great, someone we didn't mention quite in the good, Trayvon Diggs.
Woo, yeah.
Oh my God.
Trayvon Diggs is becoming...
That guy was a grown man playing out there.
He's playing Pro Bowl level big time.
Dude, and anyone else can chime in the comments too, but that might have been the best single cornerback performance I've seen a Cowboys quarterback play in the past 10 years.
Yeah. You look at maybe some great games that Deion had, but most of Deion's days as a Cowboy, he didn't get thrown at much. So he didn't have a chance to shine there, but that's obviously a testament to his greatness. But yeah, as far as an actual game where you see a cornerback just constantly knock down everything thrown his way, I can't remember a better performance.
No, pick 6, knocking him down, and God, the swagger of Diggs to going up to the receiver, the quarterback, and their coach.
The coaches.
They're like, don't throw it my way, bro.
And they kept doing it.
No, and you know what? I don't know why the Eagles' game plan was to test Trayvon Diggs with their rookie receiver opposed to their running back, but I'm not going to complain. Sure.
Yeah, that was really, really stupid.
Who was your great?
Mr. Prescott.
Mr. Prescott.
Man, Dak was amazing again. Mm-hmm. His yards, it was 240 yards or something like that. It wasn't all that high in the yardage, but it didn't have to be, number one. And the dude threw 80% completions without dinking and dunking. His first pass was a bomb down the middle for 50 yards. Should have been a TD.
Oh, yeah. No, I love that kind of game from Dak. Matter of fact, that is that concise kind of balanced attack that I love. I don't care if he gets over 300 yards, but if he's hitting 80% of his passes, no picks, and he's just carving up the defense, teams can't stop us.
Did you hear the announcer? And I was just like eating it up. He's like, this is a guy in total control of the offense, seeing everything on the field, making all the right plays. That was just beautiful.
And I actually like that he's starting to get more comfortable with running, even if it doesn't pay off the way that we would want it to, or even if it wouldn't have got the same yards it would have gotten 4 years ago. The fact that he is running and getting more comfortable, that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to add one more to the great. The Eagles play calling. Hey, thanks. When they're running back, Sanders is busting out 11-yard runs, and I know, let's just pass instead over towards Diggs again. That's a good idea.
And if any Eagles fans are watching, maybe y'all can kind of enlighten us. I don't know what the Eagles' offensive game plan was. It was big chunk plays, great run, and then let's have Hurts beat all the Cowboys on his own with a banged-up offensive line.
That wasn't very smart, was it?
No, and I don't get it. Like, I'm not like the biggest football genius, and these head coaches in the NFL, they're supposed to be the best at what they do. Why wouldn't you give the ball to Miles Sanders, your running back, and have him carve us up like he was?
Yeah, maybe take a little pressure off the quarterback, that's not having a great night. And is Hurts any good? Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll reserve judgment, but he didn't look too good. Yeah.
But all in all, I thought that was a very solid game by us.
Don't forget, too, that we played without DeMarcus Lawrence, Gallimore, Kelvin Joseph, Donovan Wilson, Dorrance Armstrong, Keanu Neal, Lael Collins. This team, man, if they stay healthy, this is awesome. I'm loving this.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, everybody, that is our good, bad, and ugly. Let us know in the comments below. What do you think? Did you have any good, bad, or ugly that we might have missed? Any game MVPs like we had?
Yeah, and hit that subscribe button, and definitely hit the like button. And remember, every time you do, an Eagles fan cries.
All right, everybody, take care.